Hey, Slash, I do Buckaroo. Sorry about being just a little bit late. Had two here from a friend. Ryan had given me these two beers from Toppling Goliath, the Pompeii Mosaic Hopped India Pale Ale. This one is at 6.3%, brewed with the same attention to detail as the beautiful mosaics that grace the walls of prominent buildings in the city of Pompeii. It featured mango and pineapple hop flavors with a medium bodied feel to tantalize the senses. Unfiltered beer, sediment is normal. Brewed in beautiful Iowa. Oh, nice. There we go. Activate that head. There we go. That's a nice looking beer, isn't it? Now, Ryan, his coworker, but I also consider him a friend. But he knows I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to beer, especially IPAs. I prefer the old school big malty terrier taste buds up. But I'm not a as big a fan of the hazies as he is. Sometimes I joke with him that he doesn't like beer flavored beer, but there are some that I liked. Don't get me wrong; I'm not hating on the entire style. I just don't need those big sweet beers that it seems many do. And I kind of miss the old days when beer was just acerbic as hell. I miss the beer flavored beer, man. I gotta tell you. Anyway, I was got a nice look to it, beautiful head, nice aromas. Oh man, that nose is bright and clean. Again, I tell you, mango, pineapple. I would say the usual tropical fruit suspects. A lot of times I'll take beers like this and I'll do a video not live. I decided I was just going to go live today. I haven't been doing a lot of live video lately due to life circumstances. Let's just say things kept coming up. I've had some issues over the last few weeks and I've been kind of keeping to myself. Trying not to act like a lot of things are wrong when we've just been having some issues we're trying to resolve. But everything is finally in order. Just, I don't want to go into the whole thing, but some things were supposed to happen, and then it did, but then it did. See, I'm not making any sense trying to pseudo explain it, but anyway, long story short, we finally got everything straightened out. I do love those bright, sharp notes on the nose. Oh, that is nice. Again, they mentioned mango, pineapple, sure. I don't think it's going to be unusual if you pick out some passion fruit, maybe even some papaya out there. As I like to say, you're not going to taste things you don't know. So it's all about interpretation. Meaning, if you don't eat mangoes, if you don't eat papayas, if you don't eat passion fruit, if you don't eat pineapple, you're not going to know what these things taste like. So you will interpret them in a different way. But it is bright. It's very bright, very clean, which I personally like. A lot of my issues with this style is a lot of them tend to leave a chalky residue, and I feel like I'm more sensitive to that than most. Hey, Jeff, how are you? I'm gonna post your comment. Good to hear from you, man. Yeah, I'm not getting on as much as I used to, Jeff. A lot of that is my work schedule. A lot of sometimes, like I said earlier, sometimes life just gets in the way. So, Travis, good to see you, man. I'm gonna post your comment as well. Good to see you guys. I'm having a couple from a Toppling Goliath, thanks to my friend Ryan Davis. And again, I think I'm more sensitive to that chalky mouthfeel the most because when I've mentioned it, a lot of folks say they don't get that from that particular beer. I will tell you, I do get that from this one a little bit, but not so much as it becomes off-putting. I think that's just the style, and maybe that's why I'm not a huge fan of the style as a whole because I'm very sensitive to certain things. It may very well be a sensory issue, right? I do feel a little residue, let's just say, but not as much as many. I do feel like just about all the style will leave you some. And the fans of the style, some of them, like I said, don't notice, and then a lot of them just don't care. It doesn't bother them. So I'm pretty sure we can't get this beer in Ohio. Well, the truth is, I can't get it here either. Ryan, my friend, had a friend of his bring that to him as they were passing through that neck of the woods. Like he got a 4 pack of each of the two beers I have and gave me one because he's a very generous individual. Jeff says he's having a glass of Heaven Hill bourbon. Jeff, tell me about that. Are you drinking the bottled and bond Heaven Hill that is so outstanding, or just the standard Heaven Hill? Because that bottled and bond is pretty outstanding. But getting all that other stuff out of the way, again, I go back to the flavors. The aromas are very bright, very clean here. So if those are the flavors and aromas you like, this beer is certainly going to be in your wheelhouse. A lot of those big tropical fruit notes. They mentioned specifically mango and pineapple, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility if you're going to pick up some passion fruit, maybe even some papaya notes in there. And it may be my taster, but I feel like I'm getting some citrus notes, and I feel like I'm picking up some grapefruit, especially right at the end. I feel like I'm getting some fresh grapefruit zest right at the end. I'll post your comment there, Travis. As I just as I'm ready to finish this beer up, and I'll grab the second one here. Yeah, that's that bottled bond is nice. I like it too. All right, so beer number two is a little on the bigger side. I'm gonna top this glass off to get activate that head there. So I had it poured earlier to take a picture. This is Dino Break, West Coast style double India Pale Ale with Simcoe, Amarillo, and Centennial. Wow, that's going to be big. This is going to be more in my wheelhouse. I ain't going to lie about that. Uh, looking for a thrill before you jump out of a plane or hit the surf. Try Dino Break instead. Ride the wave of Simcoe, Amarillo, and Centennial, which give this double IPA notes of citrus, pine, and bright orange. Yeah, Amarillo tends to give you a lot of orange. Centennial and Simcoe, yeah. Simcoe definitely give you those pine like notes. So anyway, hang on, I got a burp stick here. Oh, here we go. See, this one's more in my wheelhouse. Nice, bright, clear. I like it. I like to see through it, man. What can I say? I'm an old school guy. I like an old school beer. Oh yeah, that is an assertive nose right there, man. He's a very assertive nose. Again, a lot of those big. I mean, they mentioned it. You're going to get all of that. You're going to get those big, bright citrus notes, orange. You might pick up some grapefruit as well. Well, son of a gun. Can't believe I did that. Oh, that is nice. So just a hint, just the slightest hint of sweetness right up front, right? I get a lot of orange. I get a lot of orange initially with a little bit of grapefruit, a little bit of honey. I'm going to say honey in there. That's probably unusual, but I'm feeling a honey like note in there. Nice body on it. Good proper viscosity, if you will. You get that pine starting about the middle, then it comes to a crescendo right in the finish and just grabs you by the balls, baby. It grabs you by the stones, man. That's good. I get a big burst of pine and grapefruit zest right at the end. We got the stone. Top my glass off here. So I'm going to do another video this day, probably two more in all honesty, but at least one more because a friend of mine gave me this interesting whiskey collection. It's three small bottles from Iceland, a gin, an aquavit, and yeah, an aquavit. No shit, and a malt whiskey. So I'm looking forward to trying those three. I'm gonna take a little break, take a pause for the cause after these two beers, but I'll probably be back not too long, probably about 8 o'clock. I'm guessing I'm gonna drink those three. I've been dying to try them, and it's one of those things again, like this one. When I have something for the first time, I tend to do just a regular video and upload it and edit it later. But I decided I want to go live. I haven't been doing a lot of live video lately for a lot of reasons. Some personal, some due to the current climate and the attitude of some. So I've been trying to keep a low profile. Uh, but now that it seems things have worked themselves out, I'm just going to be me from here on out. And if that doesn't work for some, that's just too goddamn bad. I will admit, so I do love a double IPA. I always have. And maybe because you've got that extra malt to balance that massive hoppage going on. But this West Coast ish style is admittedly in my wheelhouse. I love this. I like the first one. Don't get me wrong. I ain't hating on it. I ain't hating on it. Don't misquote me, as has happened in the past. Uh, but But I got to be honest with you. This one is all me. I love this big, assertive, aggressive style. Dino Break West Coast Double India Pale Ale. Simcoe Amarillo Centennial. Yeah, I mean it is the real deal. So there you go. Hey, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it, man. You treat an old man well. I appreciate it. Ah. I don't know if jealous is the right word. Maybe envious. I'm not sure if that's the right word. But I've always looked in awe of folks that always knew what they wanted to be. I don't know if it's what my sister always wanted to be, but she got into banking young and loved it and stayed with it her entire life, even now. And my other siblings kind of had their paths as well. And I never really found mine. I spent a lot of time in retail management, mostly because that's what I fell into and it's what I felt I could do. I didn't have a college education. So once I got to a certain level, I felt, well, I can't get out of this now because I've reached this and I can't reach this in any other profession now. But then I got so burnt out. Anyways, long story short, long story short, long story short, finally at almost 60, I just, well, let's back up a few years. Back in 2016, I looked into a job with Saddlebach and beer sales, and I just love the hell out of it. Unfortunately, I had to leave it after 2 years due to my health. But I got better and looked to get back into the industry, but kind of struggled to find somebody that wanted to take a chance on somebody of my age, since most doing that job were, a minimum of 30 years younger. But I found a brewery to take a chance on me, not in sales, because that's they didn't really need an outside salesperson at that time, but as a beer tender. And I found, I mean, it took a minute, but I found I have an affinity for it, and I just love it. And now we've kind of expanded into the realm of cocktails and everything else. And I am having so much fun. I feel like this is what I was meant to do, but it took me 60 years to find what I was meant to do, what I was meant to be. I was meant to be a bartender, but it took to the age of 60 to realize this is work. Because, man, I am so happy when I'm in my kitchen or even at work developing a cocktail, when I have an idea. And not all the ideas work. I'm going to be honest about that. But when I have an idea, it's okay. Let's put this because I got to do it right that second. Let's do this. Let's put this. Let's do this simple syrup, or let's do this liqueur with this whiskey, and let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Um, Man, I am never. I've never been happier. I passed up a couple of Jeff's comments. So I'm going to throw them in there now. There's a bourbon distillery here in New Hampshire called Cathedral Ledge. I have a wheated bourbon from them. I need to try. I sampled it at a farmer's market, if you can believe it. That's wild. Yeah, we our farmer's market does do some of that as well with local products. I'm going to post your comment there, Jeff. Oh, 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 excuse me. So I did a bit. I was off from the brewery today, but a local kind of health food store chain, I guess. They have what, three or four here in town. Is carrying our products. So I was doing a tasting for a festival they were having today for 3 hours. So we're working a little bit, but not a lot. Jeff, you had another comment here. Ironically, my lifelong desire was to work in radio broadcasting. Ended up working in I think he meant to say field. So it's filed from 78 to 96. So I decided I wanted to make a livable wage. Yeah, and that's always been the problem. So I kind of dabbled in that myself, and even did some sales for a short period of time. My brother actually had a couple working gigs. He went to broadcasting school as a much younger man, and had some working gigs out here. But yeah, I mean, it's a tough industry. And a lot of, especially now, a lot of it's gone automated, so they don't really need a lot of DJs anymore. Yo, there you go. Field, not filed. Yeah. So, anyways, but focusing back on the beer, focusing back on the beer, man. I really like this one. I gotta tell you. Oh, but yeah, I mean, I've never been happier pouring the best craft beer in the area, man. Working for the best people. I mean, I'm 60 years old. These folks I work for now, I've never worked for folks like this, with this much integrity. It's amazing. I feel like I just lucked into something. I'm not sure how it happened, but man, I am incredibly grateful for every second I get to walk into that building. And in my last job, especially the last 2 years, every time I go grab the handle to walk in the building, my heart would start to, oh God, this isn't good. I'm going to have a heart attack right here on the front step. But even dog tired, I'll grab that handle to walk into work and I'm happy because I know I get to pour great beer. I know I get to make fine cocktails, and I know I get to talk to my friends all day long. So I've never been happier. I feel like it took me till I mean, it did take me till I was almost 60, but I finally found where I was meant to be. So I am grateful to finally be where I'm again, where I was meant to be. So, anyways, I digress. Hey, thank you, Jeff, and Travis, for jumping on with me today. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. Just beer for this particular video, but I'm going to be back with that whiskey I told you about. That's going to be interesting. Three small bottles from Iceland. Oh, I really do like this one a lot. Anyways, I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, Brew Evangelist, Prolific Beer Drinker, Prayer Wisdom, and oh, biscuits and gravy. All right, good guys. Launch. Have a good one, guys. I appreciate it. Oh.